Oh, today on Toy Domination, I've bitten off way more than I can chew. I don't have a co-host, and I brought a lot of talented people who definitely outshine me. So at some point, I'm probably just gonna bail from the stream and let all the guests just run with this, and someone can just unplug it, or this will just keep running. I have no idea what's gonna happen here. But I don't like keeping people backstage, so I'm just gonna start bringing them out. Are you ready? Here they all come. We got Pirates of the Galaxy. We
How's
got
it going, Pirates?
Edelham at Wayward Station. Eddie, what's up? You're muted still. Zilla Customs. Yes. Are you wearing a Tool shirt? Yes.
Love Tool.
Best guest ever. Radtoyz Galaxy.
What's going on?
Josh Wentzillah. Look at that sophisticated. No, that is fake. And then we got Famine Studios. We've got Josh from Think Tank Toy. No beeping in the backbound.
No beeping.
Skybottom Stations. And
someone win the lotto? Did Daddy win the lotto?
TimboToys. Nice to meet you. Snuck in right under the wire. How's it going?
Hey, man.
This is awesome.
This is so many people here. This is ridiculous. I don't think I've ever had this many guests at the same time. So let's also say hey to the chat really quick here. We got Blue, Ola. We got Sergeant Slaughterhouse, Howdy Legends. I got to actually meet this really great guy back at Joe Fest 2 weekends ago. So super cool, really fun to be able to pal around with these guys. If you guys ever get a chance to go to Joe Fest, actually, if you guys have a toy or comic convention coming up in your area, I really want to know about it with enough heads up because I want to start like actually going to where you people are and trying to like meet you guys in IRL, as the kids say.
Cool.
You're so weird when you talk. Meet you people. So odd. You're so odd. I love you.
I know. Beta Ray Bob playing with 375. Oh, you already got a shot.
What's up, playing?
For the Deathlock head.
Nice.
Thrift City USA. I meant the mustache there. I think we all picked up on that. Famine Studios already trolling the own chat here. Great.
This dude's in all the lives, dude. All the time.
And all his bases covered, man.
Non-Lucidian.
He's so biased.
Hey, so from Famine recommendations, I actually started following your channel, Jason. I actually love your sci-fi builds. I just started queuing up your stuff to watch. So everyone who jumped here is not familiar, go check out Jason Jensen Trains. Not just trains.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, some great sci-fi stuff. So,
dude,
really
but you say not just trains, but I was like, oh damn! Like darn! I really like these trains.
Oh, what? No! Right after that. What are we a minute in? Oh gosh!
Every time.
Dude,
they're amazing, amazing sets, huge scenes.
Yeah.
Hold on, we got a couple more here, and then I'm gonna have to cut this off because it's just gonna keep going. We got Psalm 1212. Good evening to you too. Diehard 375. I haven't seen a couple of his recent lives on IG, but always fun to see him opening up his 3.75 collection, many of his hauls. Okay, I'm going to pause there because we got to move on. There's a lot of people here in the atmosphere in this, whatever we call this now. So tonight's focus, we're going to be making some custom characters. They actually made the figures. We're going to bring them on here, and then we're going to do a little interactive collaboration, actually building the background from these characters. And the follow-up to this show is that these characters are going to live and breathe in other platforms of lore. So there's a fight arena that Radtoyz has made up, and I think Pirates of the Galaxy has also created something to link these two things together. So you will see these characters come to life post this stream on other accounts. So I'll make sure we plug that at the end of this. All right, guys?
Cool.
All right. So up front, I think there's some people who are itching to show off some stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and do a quick what you got. So anyone jump up, tell us what you got.
I'll go. You want to go first? You go first. I'll go after you.
All right. I'm gonna show off a bit. My my wonderful girlfriend a couple of weeks ago, we had to go to Philadelphia to pick up some auction stuff, and we stopped at a Silver City Salvage, and they had this awesome Bounty Hunters code book for 50 cents or something like that. Like, it was ridiculous how cheap this was. and it's an awesome bit of Star Wars lore. There's all kinds of neat photos in here, breakdowns about bounty hunting, and just a really cool book. And then today at the flea market, while I was on my lunch, I stopped and picked up. I've been trying to build out my old Legends library, and so I picked up a couple of hardcovers that they had.
Nice.
The prequel to Episode 2, Rogue Planet, and then I nauseated myself because, you know, I'm always trying to expand my horizons. I'm trying to grow as a creator, and I came across the Star Trek book, and I walked away from it because it's like kryptonite for me. It's just not my jam. But this book is entirely all about different ships that they have in their world. So I figured I would pick it up. Got it for 50 cents, so, you know, I didn't break the bank, but it's got a breakdown of each of the vehicles, the classes. Really just a cool thing to have in the collection. So that's going on the shelf, and that will be a constant piece of shame for me.
That's always fun. Those interiors are like, whenever these cross sections of ships are always fascinating to me. I love that stuff.
I love the cross sections.
Yeah, really cool. Josh, what is that monitor behind you? Is that actually like a big, deep, old,
no, this
like,
is
1990? No,
it's a building.
Okay.
It's the outside of a diorama.
Oh, sorry, man. I thought it was like an old, like deep, you know, rear projection screen monitor you had left over there. Okay,
well, it's got tiles around it.
Yeah,
it's I think it's a microwave case originally. I got a few new Warhammer guys.
Oh, very cool. Oh, dang.
It's ridiculous.
Wait, this is McFarlane size?
No. This is Joy Toy.
Oh, I see. Okay. Got it. I was like, whoa, that detail.
Yeah, it's great. That's the Marshall. And then there's the Shield Champion or something like that.
That's
they look fantastic. I mean,
yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, that detail is incredible. Yeah.
Oh, and I got the new Acid Rain guy.
Really cool.
He's got a smoking hand and then a new salvage body. But that's new for me.
That's awesome, man.
You need to get one of those smoking hands.
Yeah, it's really cool. And now I've got a smoking hand, and a junkie hand came with one of the Krieger, the Death Corps of Krieger medic comes with a hand that's holding a syringe. So nice. You got a junkie hand. Yeah, it's awesome. I haven't busted it out yet, but it's a junkie hand and a cigarette hand now.
I need those.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, who's got something else to show off?
I will go next. So I found this thing on Thingiverse, and it's Fine Engineer again. He he designed the Razor Crest that got printed, White Witch, blah blah blah. But it's this kind of like this crazy like speeder bike.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
it's like from really
Solo.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm gonna modify it a little bit. I didn't quite finish it tonight, but it's got some really cool details and stuff on it. So, and it actually wasn't a long print for once. Like most of the 3D prints take 100,000 years, but that was quick. So that's my thing for the week. I also picked up the rest of the gargoyles that are out, and my Steel Clan is on the way finally. So
nice.
Yeah, they just showed up at Big Bad Toy Store, dude.
You have been 3D printing like crazy lately. I feel like every time you turn around, you've got like a new ship, a new this. Like you're going.
Oh, dude! I already had to replace the hot end in one of the printers because I just ran it into the ground. Like, they never stop, man. Like if I set it up before I go to work, I'll be like, "Yeah, it's about an 8-10 hour print. As soon as I get home from work, it's gonna be done. This is awesome." So yeah, I just roll that way.
You got a full assembly line going on back there.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, who else has got something?
Yeah, so, I'll jump in there.
Who's got who? Oh wait, I heard Pirates first, and then Skybottom. All right.
Well, it's quick and simple. So yeah, I just got these two guys. So I got the Wendigo, and I also got Sasquatch, both Marvel Legends. Yeah. So yeah, they're 1/12 scale, but I figured, hey, these would be amazing creatures to be either put into the ring to fight, or into the menagerie that I'm also building for my city as well. That's it. Nice and simple.
Both Canadian characters too.
Yep.
Alpha
Gotta represent, man.
All right,
Yeah, this
Skybottom.
week,
Let's see.
This week, Grime City, also known as Terminus
Saw that.
City, sent in these trash bins and recycle bins, and they're just absolutely amazing. They detach, and I just love having things like this around the station to bring it to life. And
Of course.
they're 3D printed, but they feel like they don't look like they were made at home or 3D printed. Like there's no print lines or whatever they're called, but they just look solid. And he also
I
sent
thought they were
in-
old. I thought they were old ink cartridges like that.
That's what I thought.
Like that.
When I
Yeah.
first saw them.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's
Yeah.
they're resin printed. I have a prototype, a couple of prototypes of them that Grimes sent over, and those things are legit, man. Those are
That's
some great pieces to have. Yours are better, Scott. Well, I don't, better subjective, but yours have like the decals and everything, whereas mine were just the straight up blue material and like almost like a proof of concept.
Yeah. I had seen that. You had posted. And he also sent in one other. Well, he sent in a few pieces, but my top two favorite pieces. He also sent this fueling station. It's like a rechargeable fueling station, fueling pump.
That was cool
You want
too.
it to be, but it also lights up too. Hold on.
Get
I
out of
love
here.
that piece.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Another
Man,
fellow Canadian.
That's
Yeah, I gotta get
amazing.
one of those.
That's nice.
And this
Nice.
comes out. It's like a gas tank. And
Does that cord come out the back? Oh, it sure does. Oh,
might so.
wow.
That's so amazing, man.
That's cool.
yeah, shouts out Grime City, Terminus City. He's an amazing artist,
Yeah.
and I highly recommend his work if you're really trying to get into world building. Like
So
Grime,
fast too.
don't sleep on him.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, who's up next?
I'll go.
Okay, yeah, let's pull you up here.
Yep. Hey, just working on my original Marvel Star Wars comic run here. So
Oh,
picked
wow.
up a couple issues here. Issue 50, see that, and issue 46 here. So
Wow.
get a lot of inspiration for some of the things that I build from some of the background pieces and things in those comics. So
Nice.
And then you got a wall display in the back of those comics up there too?
yeah, there's a bunch of Star Wars comics back here too as well, and so
That's awesome. Man, two guys had printed materials in both Star Wars today. Did you guys coordinate that? You planned that, right?
We did. We got together ahead of time.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Just slowly steering this towards a comic book channel. That's fine. I'll pick up the hint there. All right.
I've got
then-
some trading cards too, if you want to go over those.
Oh, we're talking Marvel trading cards. Oh,
No,
we're gonna
that's-
deep dive now.
that's
Here we
not-
go.
There's no
Yes.
time for
We
that.
No,
we
there's
don't
no,
have time for the Marvel
there's no
ones.
time.
The
There's no
Jurassic
time.
Park ones.
You're right. You're right. Okay, we've got to move on. There's too many guests. All right, who's got something else? Josh, you seem to have shifted your camera here. You itching to show off what you got there?
Yeah, just some stuff I'm working on right now. We got this beer delivery elephant, and that's these are
Nice.
going to playing with 3.75. These are
Nice.
going to him. So then you got the droid that'll carry the Chewy Brewies beer, and then we
Nice.
also have this cool guy here, who is he's also one of the delivery guys. So yeah, just different. I'm
What's
not
the-
done yet
what's that
weathering
helmet?
them, but
What's the helmet?
that's
from?
that is a Death Trooper and
Oh, cool.
hat glued on top of it. So
Everyone
Yeah,
needs a
but
hat
then,
glued on the helmet.
and he can take this off, if you want to relieve the elephant, take these off. So put them back
Oh,
on.
wow.
But yeah, we got some World Makers Consortium kegs going out to some people. So printed up by our guy here, Radtoyz, and then I painted them up and weathered them, made them look nasty. So yes, that's what we're working on.
That's
Awesome
really
job,
cool.
man.
Yeah, and then you got a comment.
Awesome.
Delivery elephant is a great idea. Yeah, I agree. That's cool. Famine.
Yeah, I wanna
has
do, like,
completely, oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I want to do like a sand shot before like him walking through the sand like outside with some like smoke and stuff and wind blowing before I send it off. Like they're on their way to playing with 3.75. I think that'd be a really cool idea.
Famine has definitely influenced my toy buying with his videos. We started incorporating more animals, and then we had you on, Josh. You're like, oh yeah, I've got dinosaurs. I'm like, all right, we're gonna start including dinosaurs into the toy budget now, and it definitely blew up for us. Like we got like Velociraptors run around the ship, and then we've got the Triceratops and other horned ones running around between our Mythic Legions and the sci-fi. So totally fun having big beasts of burdens. I have missed incorporating those into my collections.
That's kind of why I got Wendigo and Sasquatch, just to have some of that animal kingdom feel.
Yeah,
in my city.
Anyone else
have that Napoleonic reference in your army, man? You got to march with elephants. Like it's crazy.
Anybody else got something to show?
I got some prints.
Here we go. Hold on, let me pull you up. Okay, what you got?
I have some prints from Acid Bert. He sent me some stuff. So these are like some swords for space pirates.
Oh, very cool.
And energy shields. And then,
that's sick.
Right?
Those are cool, man.
Shields. He found I don't know the name for the files for 3D prints, STL, SD something.
Yeah,
but he found some of those. And also some, they're meant for dinosaurs, the pens, but I'm going to use them as like fences for like controlled access area. I don't know. But it gives me like zombie vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's what I got.
Nice.
Get those.
Where did you get the fence pieces?
Sorry?
The fence. Where did you get that?
Oh, this is from Acid Bert. A lot of from Multi-Galactic Trade Route. He does some 3D prints.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna add that in here. So what was it called? Acid Bert?
Acid_Bert, BERT.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna drop that in here.
Yeah, those fences are dope. I was making wooden Jurassic fences based on the Jurassic compound. He's a maker, and I made those, but like those things are next level because they have that a little extra details where like the ones I made were more like play set, like they're more rugged for children. But I mean I am children, but I'm not children. So like I know not to take the T-Rex and just go at it, whereas my nephews are like, oh, the T-Rex knows how to fly now, and then there goes the T-Rex. So I may have to hit up Bert for some of those. Those are cool. I'm glad to see them too in hand, so I kind of have a better idea of the scale.
I can see them with like the new crowdfunding project Mattel has for the big gate, maybe along like the gate, and then the dinosaurs on the other side, something like that. So
absolutely,
yeah, they look cool.
Or to like to circle around for a gladiator type situation, or keeping crowds back from fights.
At first, I was thinking like that for a gladiator scenario, but I liked it more for like a zombie type of like fencing. I don't know, but it works for everything, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that was everyone. Everyone got to show something off, right? Eddie?
Yeah, because I don't have anything. I'm the boring.
Good. Well,
yeah.
No. So I got something too. Hold on, let me show you what I got. I got a torn calf, muscles. Totally awesome. Yes. While we were on vacation, so I went to Joe Fest. It was fine. Came back. We took my family on vacation, and I jumped into a pool, and I tore my calf. Yeah, so all I did was just jump, and that springing motion, I guess, just like absolutely tore that thing. So super fun. I got to hobble around the whole rest of the vacation. So that's my what you got.
Nice.
Way to kill the mood, man.
You know.
And that's the show, everyone. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna go drown my pain in alcohol. All right. So really cool scores from the group today. Let's start transitioning to characters. So this is gonna be tricky because everyone has really good characters to show, and we don't want to spend too much time on each character. So I think what we're gonna do is we'll have one person introduce the character, tell us their name, we'll show off a picture of it, give us a little bit about their background, and then I'm going to pose a question, and it'll link that character to another. I'm gonna keep calling you guys players, but to another guest, to their world or to their lore. So that guest will make something up to pull that character that we're seeing into their world and link the two together. And we'll just chain all the fighters together. So later, when they're actually brawling, there's some history or interaction behind other fighters that they're seeing. Also, at the end of this stream, all the guests, all the people in the chat are going to be able to pick who the first two fighters are that they actually want to be able to see go together. I don't know how it's going to work, but I think that's a cool concept. This is all from Pirates of the Galaxy being like, hey, I had this cool idea, and the chat blew up, and I was like, all right, let's just totally do this now. This sounds great. So
awesome.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to grab, I didn't put the pictures in any order here, so I'm just going to go ahead and let's get this started.
Sorry. Force to have it. I panicked.
All right. I think I've got,
Hey.
Nice.
I got Josh's character up here first. So Wentzillah, who is this?
I think here's what we're gonna go with. I had like a day to come up with this, and I'll switch around also so we can see him. I think we're gonna call him Lord Steak and Potatoes because he's a big beefy guy, and it makes sense to me. He is actually a fighter out of Amarak, but he is, as you can see, he has some championship belts on him. Let me see if I can get the camera here for you guys too. Sorry, I didn't know I was first. I'm so sorry, wasting time. So
nothing like dead air, Josh. Nothing like dead air.
Here he is in person, and his backstory is he was a warrior of Edelham, and we're trying to cross our worlds, So he was a warrior, and what's the other one called, Eddie? I always say it wrong.
Who? Lance?
No, the other world, your world.
Oh, Wayward.
Yeah, so when Wayward came, there was a war, and this guy was on Edelham's side, obviously, by his outfit. And he was then captured and became a slave. That's why he has some markings on his wrist, because he's in shackles. He was sold to Amarak, and Amarak freed him, and now he's one of their champions.
Nice.
Very nice.
Lord Steak and Potatoes.
And then what's the actual figure build that you've got there?
This is on a Thor 3.75 comic book Thor, the one with the vest and everything. So I just painted skin tone over that whole part, blacked him up, put some Hax parts on him, made the championship belts, and the one that he's wearing is like the big title. Made those out of elastic, and just that's like a Fortnite shoulder pad. So, and then we got some acid rain, some Hax stuff, Thor head, some soft goods for the scarf, and more Hax.
Very cool. And you
Empire
custom
Toy Works
painted
stuff.
You painted the shield, right? The outside of the shield there?
Yeah, yep. Just some Amarak colors to go with it. I didn't add too much blood to him yet, and I was also thinking, like, I kind of want to, like, he's like a champion. Like, he's been through it. At some point, I would like to kill him off and then, like, have his son take over this crazy battle axe. Because it does split into two, and I would like a more articulated one so I could do some cool things with it. So,
well, from the other fighters that I've seen coming up, I'm sure there's going to be no problem with him getting killed off.
Yeah.
So
whoever wants to kill him, let me know. I need your help, guys.
So he's already tied to Edelham Station, so that's good. We got one connection there. So now we're going to go ahead and connect this character to, this is TimboToys, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So
Captain
these two
Moonraker
characters
and Pickles.
This is gonna be a really awkward follow-on question because I didn't know the guy's name was Pickles. But why does Josh's character Steak and Potatoes respect your fighters here? Why does he behold them in a place of honor? Why does he hold Pickles in a place of honor?
He's just, as you can see in the picture there, word has gotten around that they Captain Moonraker and Pickles invaded a Karn hive and stole something. I don't know exactly what, maybe an egg, something, and came out of that, survived it, and rumor has it that Pickles even tamed one of the Karn, and so that's earned a lot of respect around the galaxy. That story is getting around. So these guys also, they entered this. They thought it was for a pit crew, not a pit fighting type of thing.
So why? So he respects them. So it's like a misaligned respect. So like Josh's character is like, oh man, these guys are amazing. Meanwhile, these dudes are like bumbling their way through the arena, kind of thing. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Great. Okay. So it's Captain Pickles and who?
No, it's Captain Moonraker and Pickles.
Moonraker.
Love the names, man.
And so it looks like these are custom builds too, right? These aren't those characters' original bodies, right?
Yeah, they're custom. I just actually swapped the heads of Neen Num and Ponda Baba, and then repainted them.
Yeah, it looks great, man. All I do nowadays is lazy customizing. So it's a lot of head swapping and then switching gear, and that's it. I don't have any time for painting it like that too. So
It's
love
still
it.
customizing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dom, it's not like you don't know 40 other customizers who can help you out with that. It's just I don't know anybody. I
gotta get on this train of like sharing stuff. Like all you guys are swapping stuff around. I'm always like, oh, that's a great idea. And then like I don't know, like part of it, you know what it is? Part of it is selfishness, is that I'm like, but I can't leave Mr. Jimbo Jones here and send him away. Like it's just this like attachment thing that I have. I'm like, but I'll never see him again. So my boys also were like, Dad, you're an idiot. Why aren't you sending your toys there? I was like, I don't know. So I'm gonna get on it. All right. So now let's link Captain Moonraker and Pickles to, let's see who I got in the next up here. So here we go. Okay, so we're gonna link Captain Moonraker and Pickles to this character here. So this is from Pirates Yep, got it.
Yeah,
okay, so what do what do Captain Moonraker and Pickles owe this character?
Okay, well, she's actually a dark side character, and she fights for one of my HUD characters. So I'll show her who the HUD is. So this is Dira the HUD. And so she fights for her at Edgepoint Station. They have an arena that is called the Pit. And Pickles and Moonraker were supposed to deliver some special ingredients for a food that she eats that's in particular to her world, which is called Elora. And they didn't deliver it. So she's actually on the hunt for them right now. And they're hiding out. They're hiding out somewhere in the universe, but she'll find them because as you know, Edgepoint Station is a gateway station that allows wormholes to be connecting to other parts of the universe. So she'll eventually find them, and when she does, off with their heads.
So would she have maybe joined this arena just to be able to like actually kill them?
Whenever, yeah. She first of all, she loves fighting. She loves pain. So she's actually the champion, Dira the Hutt's champion in the pit on Edgepoint Station. But the thing is, when those guys didn't deliver those special ingredients, which are very rare and very hard to find on her homeworld, which she hasn't been to in a long time because she used to be a slave. So they didn't deliver that. So now she's on a hunt for them. So she'll actually go from fight to fight to fight in order to find them, and she will find them.
Man. Pickles Moonraker,
we'll have to tell her the story
out.
of how they escaped the Karn. Maybe that'll impress her. And
we'll see. It's hard to impress the dark side person, man.
And then what's your build here?
So yeah, that's a Boss Fight Studios, one of their Amazonians, tattooed Amazonians. I actually got the armor off of another character. Just like forget the names of a lot of these figures. So yeah, the armor is actually from a snake warrior. A female snake warrior, so I put those on her instead because she loves gold. Because the armor itself was the reason why she's on the dark side of things is because of the fact that she's possessed by the dark side. That armor is what possessed her, the armor and her weapons. So the laser claw that you see there is actually a G.I. Joe Ninja claw that I actually cut off the ends and put on. I cut off the ends of also Kylo Ren's lightsabers, the hilt. Like she glued those onto that glove. So I made like a lightsaber glove claw out
Oh,
of
very cool.
Sick.
that material, and then Kylo Ren's lightsaber, what was left over, is now her lightsaber. So all the materials, all gold. It's either gold or I painted it gold because I wanted to all be uniform as to one item that she found in a old temple. And so the whole backstory after today's show, I'll actually be putting up more pictures on IG, and I'll have the backstory there, so you'll get her full detailed backstory probably in the next couple of days.
Lightsaber claw is insane, bro. I just want to say that. It's awesome.
Thanks,
It's
man.
so rad.
That's awesome.
Now she's not a well-versed, not a well-skilled Force user, so that's how she can be beaten. If you're a skilled fighter, you could get the one up on her because she's not well-versed in fighting because she used to be a slave, and she only recently gained some of that dark side Force sensitivity.
Like,
Well,
all right, so
quite a
does
bunch, so she's in trouble.
to pirate Dom, does this have to be to the death? Like, because do we have to kill him off? I'm just wondering.
Well, she's ruthless, so she will kill. So
Okay, just want to make that clear. That's clear.
Maybe there's a tap out you can come up with here. So actually, you brought up a really good point that I forgot to ask the chat. So for the chat, going back to steak and potatoes here. So we've got this big beefed up dude, but what's his flaw? So what is his Achilles heel, or what's his blind spot as a fighter? So drop it to the
He's
chat.
old, man.
And the chat are gonna establish what his flaw is. So we're gonna cast out them. So we're gonna crowdsource this one, all right? I think we've got their flaw kind of covered. I think Timbo was able to cover the flaw there pretty well, so that was good. And
a lot of flaws.
All right, and then Pirates. What did you say was her name again? I'm sorry, I missed the name.
So her name is Tarna Jewel. It's actually based on heavy metal characters, the protagonist from the heavy metal movies. So Tarna is the one from the Heavy Metal 2000, and Jewel is short for Julie from the first Heavy Metal movie. So I kind of combined them and made her own unique name.
That's awesome. And then I'm going to pause before we move to the next characters here. For the rest of you all who have been watching, do you have any comments or questions you want to ask from the creators that you just saw their characters so far? No? Okay, that's fine. We can just press on. All right. Okay, so the next one is this big old beastie here. Yeah, look at this work. Okay, so just real quick, what is this character's name?
Okay, so this is Sparky.
Okay. So for Sparky here, tying back to Tarn Jewel. Okay, first Sparky, let's see. What did you teach to Tarn Jewel? What you've interacted with her at some point in time, so pick the place, and what did you teach her?
Ooh, what did I teach her?
And remember, this is a family show.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try my hardest here.
Yep.
What did he teach her? Patience. Something about patience is what I'm getting right now. Patience, because he lost his arm during the war that Wentzillah was talking about between Edelham and Wayward Station. So, and that's Kai, by the way. That's his handler, which is also a custom made by Wentzillah. Both of them were.
Nice.
So,
wow.
So,
That's Stark Technologies we got over here in the Hall of Armor. So, and Rex Spots.
So he's originally from Edelham, Sparky himself. He's the orc from Edelham. But during the war and all the purchases that Amrak was making of slaves and so on and so forth, he left over to Amrak and he got rebuilt because he got really hurt real bad during the war. And I guess he was teaching what's her name again?
Tarna.
Tarna. Okay. So he was teaching her about patience because he lost his arm because he was rushing into war and he lost his body.
Wait, so he would have to go to war, leave war, then go back to war, lose his arm again. I don't know. Yeah, that works.
Sometimes you get that on these big jobs. You run in and you lose an arm.
It's been a long war. So Amrak was buying these people so that they could free them, because this is a safe place here. So we were just freeing everybody. That's what we were spending our gamma fuel money on.
That's actually really cool because she used to be a slave, so maybe you guys freed her up.
I'm still working on my backstories.
And he taught her patience. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I like that. So that's great. We're tying the two characters together with the slave angle back there too. So I kind of took away from this that Amrak was buying slaves. Is that what I got from that?
To free them.
He's the Qui-Gon Jinn.
To free them.
Messed up, man.
Yeah, I'm buying them into indentured servitude. It's freedom. Yeah.
Do you see how much gold my guy's wearing over here? He's blinged out, bro.
I'll work that into her backstory now. Then that Amrak Spot bought her and freed her from her slavery, and because they bought her and then freed her, and then he taught Sparky taught her patience because she was quite fury bent after being enslaved for many years, right? So that makes sense. I like that angle.
Nice. So what we're trying to do also is tie in a little bit of drama between the fighters, right? So when they actually meet in the ring, you can imagine if those two fighters have to face off, it's like, oh crap, it's the guy who taught me patience. Or if she has to face off against an Amrak hero, it's like, oh crap, these people bought my freedom. Like, so you're feeling a little bit of, or, like Moonraker and Pickles, they face off Tarna. She's got a vendetta against them too. So you're adding a little bit of dimensions into the pit fight here. So awesome. And then what is this build though? There's all sorts of stuff cobbled together here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's an Astrobot. I believe that one was Apollo. There was one that I had that was missing an arm. He was super loose. And I was like, I had this head, this Mythic Legion head cast as a cast of head, and we just put some wires hanging out the side and put the head on him, and that's what that was. And then the other one, she's a hack, so Vitruvian hack.
Nice. That's really awesome.
And I did not add the sword. That's Eddie's doing. So.
I haven't had the Sword of Omens. Why not?
I haven't heard from Skybottom in a while, so I'm going to circle back. So, what is this character's flaw, Skybottom?
That character's flaw is lacking the technology that Skybottom has, which is what my character is made from, and it's BDLT. He is my droid, and he is made out of technology that can be shared to Sparky. BDLT feels that, or Skybottom feels that Sparky could use his technology. They feel that in order for Sparky to, be a better mech or droid that it is, it needs what we have here on Skybottom Station. So my fighter is BDLT, which is a droid. And he feels like this is like freestyle world building. This crazy.
It's okay. No, it's all right. It's good.
So
there's a weakness in the technology because you could adapt to that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So BDLT wants to join up with Sparky because BDLT is a droid, and he feels droids need to stick together, and he's saying, hey, I have something for you that you could, that you could benefit from. So that's what BDLT, him personally, thinks Sparky's flaw is, but not everyone thinks his flaw is, but personally. So
nice.
That's kind of what I got on the go.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. And then here from Beta Ray Bob, this is for steak and potatoes. So his flaw is his arrogance from winning so much. So he was a big fish in the minors, but now he's stepping up to the majors here for these pit fights. So let's see if that pays off. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if that pays off.
Nice.
All right. Okay, man, these characters are really good. So, okay, let me scroll through here and grab. Here we go. The next one coming up here. All right, Rad, what is this character's name? And then we'll tie him into Sparky.
So this is Raxus. He is the sole survivor of a planet of anthropomorphic animals obsessed with fighting. So
nice.
he's killed everybody on his planet, and now he has to leave for a new challenge.
Nice.
How did first of all, where did you interact with Sparky, and how did that character Sparky change Raxus's life?
So the first planet Raxus went to after he left his home world was the planet where the war was going on, and he dragged Sparky off the battlefield in a wounded state to safety, and then he left them and went to do something else. So he pulled him off the battlefield. Amrak, whoever picked him up and fixed him up, but he was the one that dragged him off the main battlefield.
Nice.
Oh, Amrak didn't do that work. That's not Amrak's job. No. I'm just kidding around.
And then, so I haven't heard from Josh from Think Tank. What is this character's major flaw? And before you talk, you're muted. Yep, muted. Muted. Nope, still muted. Still muted. There you go.
Well, the weakness is they don't pay attention to what's around them.
Oh, okay.
No, I was going to say an addiction of some sort.
Ooh, addiction.
Yeah.
Nice. So chemical
He does have-
dependencies.
He does have
chemical
depth
dependencies.
perception. He only has one eye, so.
Oh, there's that too. And then, so what is that shoulder armor you've got going on there for him? Is it shoulder armor?
That
or is
was
it cyborg?
actually, it's a Thundercats helmet from one of the pilots from the 2011 series.
Oh,
And I just kind of like ripped it apart and like stuck it on his shoulder. And then he's got little daggers and like a bunch of other stuff stuck on him too. So.
Nice.
That's awesome. And then custom paint job, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And that's from the 2012 line, right? Is he really gummy? Is he really soft?
Yeah, he is a little
Yeah.
bit like on the chewy side, yeah.
Yeah, mine are all starting to like get a little soft and saggy down there, kind of like me in old age. So I don't really blame him too much. But all right, so that is Rax, and then we got another killer here, the steely-eyed death cyborg. All right, Think Tank, what is this character's name? Oh, you got him live. Hold on, I'll pull you up live here. Hold on.
I'm not sure.
I asked you to bring two things to the show.
Well,
That's Steve.
Steve or
I was just gonna say Steve.
I like Steve.
so this is
He's good.
Steve, the cloned cybernetic robot fighting droid. He was actually a stagehand in behind the scenes shots. And since we're doing the fighting thing, he got recruited to be a gladiator. He's got a giant sword and a shield made from your friendly neighborhood Jedi Starfighter.
That's
Oh.
sick.
Let's see. That looks
Wow.
familiar.
Yeah,
That looks like the solar panel part.
yeah. It's the flip out part on the wing.
I did not recognize that. That's genius, man.
That's awesome.
Originally, I was trying to make a bat, a G.I. Joe bat out of this body, and I painted his parts yellow. That kind of stalled out.
Oh, I see.
He's the Fortnite size. He's too big for most of my dioramas. So
He's perfect
That's
for the
awesome.
fights.
yeah, but the Deathlock head, it reminds me of the mascot from Iron Maiden.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
He does look like Eddie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
always reminded me of Eddie.
Maybe
All
that
right.
should be new.
His new name, yeah. Daredevil Dave also brought up that's Killrod. Okay, so for this character, linking him back to Raxus, why is Raxus a threat not only to Steve, but to like Steve's world, his enterprise, his organization, whatever? It's more than just a personal threat. Why is Raxus a bigger threat to him?
Well, I think at this time, if an AI or too much of the AI's code infects someone that comes to the planet and it gets loose, we're trying to prevent the malevolent AIs from, taking over everything. So if somebody comes in, the AI can affect them. They don't know anything about it. They'll take it back to their home planet, and the AI just starts there and takes over completely because they'll be unprepared.
Got it. And then I haven't heard from other Zilla. What is this character's flaw?
I'd assume probably the cybernetics. It'd be cool if there was like some faulty part or something that just like kind of like in his brain. You know what I mean?
Loose wiring. Awesome.
Glitches his brain.
Yeah, glitchy. There you go. Yeah. Awesome.
I like that.
And then that build. So you said that's Fortnite with Deathlock's head on there.
Yes.
That shield, though, I saw that and I was like, oh, that's I could tell it folded out, but I had no idea that was for that Jedi wing. That's an awesome reuse.
Yeah, I've had that piece for a long time. I plan on a solar power farm at one point, but it's kind of hard to find solar panels at that scale.
And then we've got Zilla, here is your character. Come up here. Who is this bad boy with that amazing mustache?
So I like his I don't know. I give him like I would say a Russian aesthetic. I don't know, but Yuri was his first name. I still don't know last name. But so I have a Discord where I also try to do like community building. But for now, we can say that there's many tales to how he lost his arm. Some people say it was in an accident aboard a spaceship and the pressure just blew his arm out. Some other people say it was like within the fighting pits. There's many tales as to how he lost his arm. No one knows yet. And
did anyone ask him?
I guess before they can. You know what I mean?
Yo, man, what happened to your arm?
And he's like, he kills them off immediately.
It looks like it belongs to Sparky.
Maybe he should be the one that tells a different tale every time.
It belongs to Sparky. It's the left arm, not the right.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull you up here so you can see it close up. There you go. Yeah,
nice.
That's cool.
Oh, that's
nice job. Nice job on the wires, man.
And then I have a fist arm and his Marauder's Task Force shield.
Cool.
Oh, that's from. Yeah, okay.
From the heavy armor, exo armor, and
the
then
exosuits. Yeah.
You have that. Yeah.
I lost the gauntlets for it, so I chipped away with it and added from Joy Toy. They're like the big spaceship guys, or hammers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite dudes. That's awesome, man. Look at that build. That's great, dude. Okay, so that is Yuri. So, what did Yuri take from Steve, the cyborg character that we just saw? So, what did Yuri take from Steve that is valuable to Yuri? So, he took something from Steve that is valuable to himself. What is it?
I'd say some components. Maybe they were within the quarters of the arena, because you know how gladiators kind of live in the same place. But some fight, Yuri lost some components from his arm and just snuck in quietly and just started chipping away at Sparky's arm and just grabbing his arm. A little part goblin, just give me.
He's so Gucci.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's salvaged for someone who's still living. Ah, okay.
Yeah, middle section hydraulics. Give me.
He's like a Rocket Raccoon from the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's like, I'm gonna get that leg.
He's gonna wake up in an oil bath and a note telling him to go to the hospital.
If he lost an arm while mulching, dove into the wood chipper. Just all this lore around it and mystery, wood chipper got me. And then Famine, I haven't heard from you in a while. So what is Yuri's flaw?
He's a klepto.
He's too focused on what he can take instead of being present in the moment. I feel
Nice.
he's after something instead of being present in the fights, which could explain losing an entire arm. And that's a bad look when you can lose your entire life in a fight.
Shoot.
I mean, if your hand was that big, it'd be hard not to take a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So big. That's part of it because it's obvious, but it's also like deep. You know what I'm saying? There's onion. There's layers to this onion.
There's onion. It's an onion. Yeah, onion character.
Okay,
Good.
Donkey.
That's awesome. Great build, man. Okay,
Yeah,
so
awesome.
did you say what the body was from too? Sorry, I got all the parts of it. What's the actual
yeah.
figure from?
The body was so upper torso, lower legs are from the Haya Red Hood figure, Haya Toys.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's
Left
the one I used for
arm
my
is sorry.
I said I use that for my avatar as well, the upper and lower body.
It's such a good build. They're so expensive nowadays, so it's like I can't use them for fodder, but they look so good. And then the left arm is a Joy Toy, and then the right arm is a mix of an Acid Rain and a droid arm from Star Wars. I think like a battle droid or something.
Oh, that's the space prisoner arm.
Nice.
Yeah, great.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
man.
it is. Huh?
Where's that head from, though?
Sorry, the head is
The head. Where's that from?
boss fight head.
Oh, okay.
It's from Mario, obviously. I mean, come on.
Yes,
It looks like with his hat on.
It's Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
He jumps into the arena. It's a me. All right.
You tell him bring it out with me.
All right, and then we got this bad mamma jamma here from Skybottom.
Nice.
You already said what's his name again?
That's
Give us-
beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
We have
man.
BDLT. Now, BDLT, when he was built, at first there was only the suit because Skybottom collects everything from anywhere and everywhere. And we came across this old Space Ranger suit. And we have tons of droid parts, so we decided to build a droid out of it. So he is completely robotic. I like to think of him having technology almost like a Dark Trooper, but a little bit bulkier, almost like a Terminator. So he could function on his own, but during this event, when we're having our fight, this Gladiator Championship, there's some new technology that Skybottom wants to try out. And it's almost like a remote control technology where BDLT could be controlled remotely here on the station. So when we fight, there's going to be a fighter here on Skybottom, which is going to be remotely controlling BDLT. And the person that's going to be controlling BDLT is going to be my custom Princess Peach. And
Nice.
the reason why I decided to have Peach control BDLT from here on Skybottom was because I like to think of Princess Peach as a good fighter. If you're familiar with Smash Brothers, Princess Peach is a pretty good fighter. So when we heard of this contest, this brawl coming up, she was voted in as one of the best fighters here on Skybottom. So she is going to control BDLT equipped with the flamer and a bolt pistol that was lended by a Sister of Battle here on Skybottom Station.
Dang, nice build. All right, so tying to Yuri's character, Sky, why does BDLT think that she actually, this is Princess Peach, right? There's no consciousness in BDLT. It's actually Princess Peach. Okay.
Yes.
So why does she assume that she will get either glory or honor by taking down Yuri?
Why does she think she will?
Yeah, why will she achieve honor or glory if she takes down Yuri?
Well, because she's very competitive, and I like to try to keep the whole, kind of like gaming lore attached to Peach, because I like to see Peach controlling BDLT almost like a video game. It's like a video game for her. It's fun, it's exciting. So when she's out fighting, she's just playing a fighting game. So by defeating Yuri, it's just like beating the boss to her. It's just for entertainment. So she feels it as a fun, exciting, fun game. It's Princess Peach controlling this cyborg. So to her, it's just fun. You know what I mean? So she just wants the accomplishment like anybody trying to beat a video game.
Nice. And then Rad, I don't think I've heard from you in a little while. What is BDLT's flaw? Or Princess Peach, whichever one you want to choose, actually.
Princess Peach she's cocky. So she thinks she's gonna just take it all, but she really doesn't have a lot of experience yet in the arena, so she might be the champion there, but she needs to get a little more exposure and kind of get a little grounded in life.
Nice. Good one. And then what we got from Better Bob here. These are all great characters. Yeah, thanks, man. Oh, I also got to meet Better Bob in person at Joy. I almost said Joy Toy. What the hell? Joe Fest as well. So really great. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Joy Fest, baby.
Sounds like a good time, man. Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. We don't talk about it though. Once you're there,
I was thinking. So what about for Peaches? What if her weakness is because her character is remote, right? What if it's someone pings her location, and when she gets faced with a real threat, what does she do then? Not so much her weakness, but a challenge. What happens then if someone finds out where she's at? And then does the droid have a self-destruct, or does he go on his own from the AI that he has that's building within him? I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty cool. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah. Well, first, if you want to find Peach, you have to know where Skybottom is. You know what I mean? So.
Oh man.
So Peach is
another onion, Josh.
So Peach is.
Wait. Commander Zilla's been there though.
Commander
Zilla's been there.
You know how to get here. So if anything happened, I might have an idea.
I'm suspect number one, bro.
Exactly, right?
Oh no.
You get hunted, man.
Only a few people know how to get to Skybottom Station, and you're one of them. So you might be number one suspect. But yes, she is controlling BDLT here on Skybottom Station, so she doesn't even have to leave. You know what I mean? And the whole self-destruct thing, that's a good question.
Weaknesses lag. No, they got Verizon. They're good. They got a real strong Wi-Fi across.
Or so check this out. So my memory from the location, I don't have anymore. It's in a drive that's in the box that was sent to me from Skybottom. So it's it's implemented in that box. It's secured in there.
I like how you're building your alibi now. All right, so
I'm just saying, someone broke into the box.
I was drinking Wookiee beer over at Barbados on the 3rd.
Look!
It's Chewy's Brewies, man. Not Wookiee beer.
Wookiee beer is made out of Wookiees. Yes.
You have to milk a Wookiee. It's complex.
Yeah. Look at this Crimson Giant Man. Okay, Famine. Who is this character?
This is the champion for the clan of the Broken Tusk, aptly named the Broken Tusk. It is a title bestowed upon one of their greatest executioners. His job when he was in battle before he got chosen to go be a champion and essentially just win as much money and credits as he could was an executioner. He would ride through the battlefields with his clan of Mandalorians, and as he came upon someone who was injured from the enemy and they weren't going anywhere, he would swing down with that hammer and crush their skull and drive their spirits from them. He was a wraith, a nightmare. He does not say anything. He keeps to himself, and his sole job and his sole purpose in that arena is to win and make money to pass on to his clan.
Oh, that's so wacky.
This isn't fair, man. He writes books that are on Amazon. This isn't fair.
Yeah, we
this ain't fair. It's like having Michael Vick and Madden back in the day, man. I remember those days.
Okay, so for what was the character? He's from his executioner from the Broken Tusk, but does he have a name?
That his title is the Broken Tusk. That is their champion.
Oh, okay, got it.
So
okay.
they bestowed the basically the sigil of their clan is him as a living being. He is the Broken Tusk.
Okay.
My dog agrees.
So, like,
thank you, Calvin.
Like Black Panther type of.
Yes. It's a mantle that's passed on. The armor that he wears, as you can see, isn't traditional Mandalorian armor. It's pieced together from pieces of Beskar, each one representing someone from along the lineage of the clan's history, done up like samurai armor, which is always my favorite because it's traditional, but it also has that like mobility, so you can move around it, whereas like a suit of armor is more... Excuse me, this is a Wendy's, sir. So he, he's able to move on that battlefield and swing that hammer with as much efficiency as possible.
So is that armor painted red, or is that soaked in blood red, or is it a mixture of both?
It's painted red. That is painted
Okay.
red. Yeah. The hammer is the head of the hammer is Beskar. The handle is like a Cortorsis ore, another super strong metal. And it's good stuff. It does the job.
That is awesome. Why then does the champion, the Broken Tusk, find that there is a challenge or even a thrill to going after BDLT?
Because there's somebody who's not there. It is a mystery. The person who he has to beat isn't present. That robot is just a proxy. That's in the way of what he wants to do. If he's to win and make the money and the prize and have the honor of winning, imagine going to a boxing fight. One boxer's a fighter in the ring, and the other one's got somebody who's miles away controlling that fight. The glory,
dude.
The glory is much smaller.
And then BDLT could be like this huge, like. So hear me out. So your fighter's coming from Gimmick, right?
Yes.
So the BDLT is like this huge prize fighter, this lights, cameras, Las Vegas looking, this big gimmick, and he wants to kill the gimmick, this gimmick of a fighter. What?
Stop.
Survey says.
Come on, guys.
I don't remember who we haven't heard. I feel like we haven't heard from Eddie in a while too. So what is if somebody got skipped? Like this is a lot for me to juggle around here. So somebody got skipped. I'm sorry, but what is the flaw of Broken Tusk? What is Broken Tusk's flaw, Eddie?
How do I follow up on Famine?
Very carefully.
Why would you put me in this predicament? Okay. So, what is his flaw? He doesn't sound like he has very many flaws, by the way. It could be the pressure of the lineage.
Ooh, no, that was great. Yeah. That was great, actually.
Yeah.
That was very deep. Man.
The pressure of the lineage. So
that's like an onion. There's layers to that.
So he's almost like a threat himself, because if he doesn't win in battle, he might take his own life, sacrifice himself.
Nice.
He won't take his own life. He dies in the arena. That's the lineage, and then it's passed along. But it's they're chosen. They choose their cat hair. They choose their champion. And so,
but what if he gets one of these like thumb things where they're like at the end, like they don't die, but they do there's no up or down, it's in the middle. And he's like, no.
Did he make money?
That's true. There's money. There's coin involved.
Yeah.
So
it's like for him.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Dom.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's not like he's not a slave to the gladiator. He's not owned by anybody. He's literally a champion that's picked. So if if the fight's called in the middle, he gets to go back to his quarters. He gets to get ready for the next fight. Like it's that type of mindset for them. It's kind of like the pro wrestling thing. Like if it goes to a draw, it goes to a draw. You get your rematch or you don't. Like that's where his head's at. He's in it for the money, to make money for his clan, because the clan needs it for a war chest. And you know, the more he makes, the quicker they can make that war chest, and he can get back out on the battlefield being an executioner.
For the chat, who is fighting who first? You guys go ahead and jump into the chat there. Pick 2 of the characters that are going to fight off first.
Hang on, I gotta get on my sock puppet account so I can enter the chat. Okay.
while they're doing that, I want to go back to make sure I didn't skip anybody. Have we linked all these characters together? Did anybody be like, oh, well, no one got me? I want to make sure no one was walking away from this without, you know, at least 2 of those things, a flaw and then a tie-in. Are we good, everybody? Okay, good. All right. And then I want to give a shout out to Macon Hicks, who couldn't be here, and show off his character. Also a robot, also a Fortnite body too. That's I think I'm gonna have to go hunt down those characters or that toy. That's pretty cool. But this is a really sweet build on him. I forgot to ask him in the chat what the actual build was with like the shield, because I don't recognize that either. That axe looks very Gundam, like from the Zaku Gundam builds, but just great paint job on that too.
Looks awesome.
Yeah. So okay, and then Pirates, this originally was incepted your idea. So how do you see this actually being I love that Famine actually went and jumped into the chat. How do you actually see this next step here? How would these fighters compete? What's the platform? What's the forum?
Okay, well, basically, because these guys are all fighters, they would all be coming from their own stations, universes, galaxies. So they were champions within their own fighting arenas. So what I was coming up with is called Titans of the Universe. It's a tournament where after all these champions have won within their own areas, they get an invite to the Titans of the Universe tournament, where it's just like Mortal Kombat. So they'll all fight either to the end or till submission. So at first it was going to be till death only, but now because of the fact that, you know, some people may not want to lose their characters and that sort of thing. So one of the things that I will allow is if you surrender, and you can surrender, but the thing is you have to pay a hefty fee if you want to surrender. So either you fight to the end and win all the big bucks, because obviously the top winner gets all the glory, all the credits, all the money, all of that. You can actually work towards that. If you surrender in mid-fight, you actually have to pay a hefty fee. If you can't afford it, then off with your head.
I love that. You know, it'd be cool too is if that they couldn't afford it, they had to fight like the warm-up fight, like you know how they used to have the lions and then they do the gladiators too. It's like, hey, you lost this fight, you got to fight the Rancor before you get back into actually fighting the arena.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Pretty cool.
So actually, I think that's where. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Dom. But so I will actually be launching my another Instagram page with just solely for this. And so yeah, all these guys today are obviously going to be a part of that. But I'm also going to be opening the tournament up to any other customizers or world builders that want to participate in that. Because I would like to start, like, depending on how many people we get involved, I would like to start like a round robin, where we pit the different fighters together, and then the next fighter moves on to the next round, and so on and so forth until we come up with a champion. And the way that we decide who wins is from those following the page. They can actually throw a vote out there, and then they can vote on each round who can win that particular round. And then at the end of it all, we'll have our champion.
What's the page going to be called?
I like that.
So it's actually going to be called Titans of the Universe. It's the Titan of the Universe is the name of the actual tournament. So I didn't want to. Initially, I was going to call it Titans of the Universe Tournament. But tournament's just a random name. So we'll just put that at the end of it. So the actual title is Titans of the Universe. That's going to be the page name. Hopefully it's available. I don't think I've seen that anywhere else. So cool. That will be the page name. There will be a sigil for it and everything like that. And so what I'll be asking, the details will be on the page itself. I'll actually create a video so that I'll explain what the requirements are in order to register your particular characters. So you'll just have to like take a picture, come with a small backstory, and then what I will do is I'll actually post those pictures on the page itself. So anyone who's involved will have their pictures posted on the page itself, and then I'll create I'll add their back as well.
I dig it.
Now, Rad, you also have a arena that you just covered on your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of like I don't know. It's a bit of a inside joke for WMC. It's called the Edelham Arena of Sport, and it's basically it's under Little Amrak, and they've just cobbled together a whole bunch of junk and stuff to make a barrier fence, and then everybody comes and they bet on it. It's totally illegal in the city, it's underground betting, cockfighting and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's awesome. So that's the minors then, right? So before you step up into the Titans of the Universe.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. The Fight Club, the actual Fight Club.
They also run
sorry to even cut you off there. So that's kind of like what I was saying before, is that all of these different universes would have their own arenas, and it's the champions of those arenas that would be invited to the Titans of the Universe.
Yeah, and in my arena, they have just an open fight club. If you show up and you think you're tough, you can just jump in there with the next guy. Kind of like in Spider-Man where he jumped in with Bonesaw.
Bonesaw's ready.
Yeah. Bonesaw is ready.
That's awesome. Okay, so before we close this out, and actually, so the chat was a little quieter. So we got a lot of comments, but not directly to the question. So meat potatoes and peach BDLT should fight. So we're just gonna go with Famine's suggestion here. So those would be the first two nominated fighters there.
It says totally not Famine. I don't know if you read that. That's clearly I'm over here. Whoever that was somewhere else.
I saw it, but didn't read it.
Well, yeah, you can have him choose, but I do want to make his son at some point. So if defeat is what I get, then I'll go out.
What's the son's name? Steak and eggs or something?
I don't know yet. What if it was a brunch or a lunch? What if he's a Club Sammy?
Call him McDouble or something.
I'm gonna work my way from the bottom of the group here and then come around. You guys can give a plug for what you got going on here. So Zilla, let's start with you at the bottom there. What you got going on? What do you want to shout out?
I have a Discord. I don't know if a lot of people use Discord, but what I'm trying to do is just, get people to have these challenges where we all, create more lore to my little world. So either naming a character, a backstory. I'm working on some ships. So who owns this ship? How does these tie in? I have a spot for stories that I'm trying to think of fun challenges to add to those stories to give more life to the world. And that's my plug.
So I haven't done a good job of putting any of your stuff into the description because I can't use my phone at work. So I do this stuff when I go poop or pee. So tonight, though, I'll drop all your links in there. Zilla, I've got that link to the Discord. So I can drop that in there, too, if you want. Otherwise, just DM Zilla on Instagram. And so I'm in there. I know Steven's a part of it, too. It's fun. I did actually contribute. Hey, this was a cool backstory. I added to somebody else's lore. And that was really fun. I actually really enjoyed that. TimboToys, what you got?
What's the question again?
What do you want to talk about? What do you want to plug? What are you doing, man?
Well, I'm certainly working on the station Jam 9 here behind me. If you can kind of see that, lots of building stuff going on there. Am working on. I've got a new playset kit that I'm working on. That's kind of more for the space station buildings, and so the ones I've normally built are kind of ones that would fit into kind of a desert environment, Tatooine, something like that. And you look at the outside, and there is an interior too, but these are more focused on something you could plug into your space station. They're stackable, so they're modular, so you could put them beside each other, on top of each other. And I'm really doing a lot of detail work on the inside of them, a lot of panels, might even have a light too. So and some benches and tables that will come with the kit that I've made. And so, yeah, working on those right now.
Oh,
That sounds fun.
We'll go Skybottom and then this way. So we'll go like ding, 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 ding up like that. So Skybottom, what you got? What do you want to shout out?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to STC Forge and Joe is not an alien. They couldn't be here because they're doing their own live stream tonight, and they're both members of the Multi-Galactic Trade Route. And shouts out to them.
Yeah, both really talented dudes. So I can't keep up with these awesome live strats you guys are doing. Forge's work is fantastic. I love being able to see his custom projects too. So, and Joe's Alien account is super fun too. Josh, Think Tank.
I have a website, thinktankproduction.com. My wife wants me to get more use out of it because it's so expensive, so go there. And if I get more hits, I'll add more content. But work on the giant diorama continues. I've got a few empty spots on the bottom shelf that need some work. But other than that, it's just collecting. Oh, you're talking about Comic-Cons. I was supposed to be at the West Texas Comic-Con this year, but family obligations kept me out of it. But I paid for my spot, and instead of getting my money back, I rolled it over to next year. So if you're going to come to the shithole that is the bad place that is where I live for a Comic-Con next year, it's in June.
Wait, are you in Love It?
I'll have a booth. I'll have a booth next year, and I'm going to set up some stuff. And
where's the jar? That's right.
It's coming up. Okay, I had to find it, Josh. It's not like it's
he doesn't have a co-host.
Yeah.
But,
He made it over an hour without swearing. You made it 5 minutes.
But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Did you say you're in Lubbock, Texas?
Lubbock.
Okay, all right.
Lubbock,
right.
where Texas Tech is at.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Famine.
Well, we've got the community challenge going on right now, the budget build. This month's, week, couple of weeks, whatever it is, the challenge is inspiration, what you're inspired by. So whether it's a toy line that you want something, but it's it's priced out of your range, or it's just not the thing quite that you want, but you're really inspired by it, be it an animal and, you want to make another creature that's similar to that, but, put your own spin on it. That's the task. Keep the budget under $10. And you can use whatever you have, and I want to see what you guys can make out. The last video was a huge success. Everybody who contributed did a phenomenal job, like just absolutely blow me out of the water with what people have. So I'm looking forward to see this time what people make. And with the, I've gotten so many messages and requests, like this video is going to be longer and there's going to be more people entering it, which is what I want to see. Because again, like toy collecting doesn't need to be super expensive. You can do these things on a budget. You can world build on a budget because it doesn't need to be, the latest play set from Walmart, pick it up, take it up. Like, you don't need to do that. You can do a lot of this stuff on your own, and you can also have things that are, inspired by other stuff, but make it your own and do it for a lower cost. So that's what we're trying to do. That's what I've got going on the channel right now. Super excited about that. And I just want to give a shout out to Toying Around. We had the block party last Saturday. It was a huge success. It was raining all day, but we had a bigger turnout in a rainy day this year than we did last year when it was just coming off the pandemic, the height of the pandemic, I should say. And it was just a great turnout. It was awesome to talk to so many people, talk about toys, cosplay, movies, everything. The cosplay contest was a huge success, and Toying Around was just a great venue again. And just to see that many people going in and buying toys from a small business that is a small, independently run toy store was awesome. So I wanted to throw that out there.
That's awesome. That speeder video was fantastic. Everyone's work was really cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see this one too. So that's awesome. All right. And then Josh from Wentzillah, what do you got, buddy?
That's funny, man. That's good stuff. Yeah, this best. It's so cool. All right, so what do I got going on? Wednesdays on Instagram Live on Skeleton's Tomb at 9 p.m. My buddy Skeleton Collectibles and Deadman and myself, I'm the co-host, and we have people on there, toy collectors, like Brad was on this week, and then Fridays, 8 p.m., On Rad's YouTube, we have World Makers Consortium, where we're bringing on a bunch of different people, the trade route guys and everybody around, and we're coming up with different like logos, and we're gonna have a round table every like 4 weeks or so, where you see a couple different people on there, and we'll be swapping people in and out for that. And then on our 10th episode, we're going to be doing the giveaways. We're going to have a couple different ships and things like that we're going to be sending out to people.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Again, Friday nights are always rough for me, but I do catch those in the back end. It's really fun being able to see you guys on there. I love all the logo work you guys are doing too. That stuff's really cool. That world, I don't know, like with the, what is it, the wrench and stuff, like that's really cool. How did you do that? Did you do that, Josh? Or did Rad do
I did
that?
not do that. Rad did that one.
That's nice, man.
Yeah, I just grabbed like free to use stuff off the internet and just kind of, you know, it was all PDFs or whatever, not PDFs.
Yeah,
whatever that is. Yeah. So I just threw them together and just kind of tried to come up with something that was like, you know, kind of like a world building, inspiring sort of thing.
No, it looks good though.
Yeah.
And then Rad, what do you got?
So yeah, I do pump out a video. Like obviously, it's not a huge secret. I'm doing a lot of 3D printing, and actually now kind of back into. I took a little break from my 1/18th world, but I'm full bore like back into it. And part of that is working with Wentzillah and like the beer things come in, and we got that. But I've like really been expanding the station, and I put out a video like an update once a week. It's kind of random whenever I get a chance, and then once a month I usually do like a big spread video and put some music over it because I love copyright strikes and stuff. So, so yeah, it's basically what I got going on beyond the World Makers Consortium obviously on Friday,
Sunday. We also have a show on Sunday. So
yes, we do have a bonus show coming up Sunday. So that'll be a good one. We had a blast. I had a blast the other night on the Instagram live. It was like so much fun, and then I think somebody lost the video, so it's gone forever.
Somebody had a lot of adult beverages, and he tried to then call everyone at the end. And when he did that, it knocked the other person off of Instagram from saving the live. So hopefully we can recreate the magic. So it was a lot of fun.
I'm not pointing any fingers.
No, it was Dead Man. It was Dead Man 1. That's who it was.
And then Eddie, what you got going on, man? Are you muted? You're muted, aren't you? There you go. Good.
I'm always muted.
You're learning.
I don't really have much going on, to be honest.
No.
I should be on someone's show eventually. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing behind you. You have nothing going on.
I do this.
You haven't really added anything. I don't see anything new aside from like the 4,000 new figures and spaces on there.
Yeah.
He just built that yesterday.
I think he made that during the video. Every time we were talking about our gladiators, he just put up another level.
Yeah, I'm working on this piece now, which is kind of different. And I have like artist block right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I also have an almost 2-year-old. So.
Yep.
That's a full-time job.
Yeah. So.
Can you put the 2-year-old to work? Because I feel like genetically, with how talented you are with that, you should be able to just kind of aim them at it and let them go, and I think you'll have another shelf at least.
So I gotta find that harness leash thing. I gotta find that first, and then I'm putting him to work just in case I gotta yank him away because he could get a little rough.
Every time I see a baby on a leash, I crack up, man. That stuff kills me every time.
This guy's strong, man. This guy's strong.
I believe it.
Yeah, he's a thick boy. He sent a picture of him the other day. He got his own snacks and sat down in front of the TV. He's a man. He's ready for life.
Oh man.
Just tells you to go get him a beer. Go get me a beer, Dad.
Basically.
Yeah. And then Pirates of the Galaxy, what do you got?
I got a whole bunch of things going on right now. So as you can see, my city behind me has barely been growing because of, unlike Eddie, I have so many things going on that I haven't really had time to really touch that. So my main focus right now has been, like usual, has been the backstories for my characters. So I'm actually working on part 2 of Dorian Star Chaser's backstory. It was supposed to launch today, but I'm gonna push that to tomorrow because I didn't get any chance to do any photography for that. As you know, I've also just recently launched my YouTube channel, so you guys can look for me there, Pirates of the Galaxy. Right now, my main focus with that channel has been to upload videos on my builds and my customs that I have going on over there, so you can go and check those out. And soon I'll be plugging information both on my YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook about the Titans of the Universe tournament. I'll be putting up details in regards to that. And in the coming weeks, I will actually be launching that other Instagram channel, which is dedicated to Titans of the Universe. And then I'll give you guys all the information on how to register your characters, what's required, and how we're going to go forth with creating that tournament. And hopefully we can all do that together.
So I did not know you had launched your channel. I just subbed right now, so I missed that announcement. So my bad entirely, but
what are you doing,
awesome
Dom?
job.
What are you doing?
I was going to ask, though, so all the videos that have to do with the Titans, they're all going to be on Pirates, though, right? Like any type of video work that you do? Okay.
Yes, everything before it actually goes independent, everything is going to be plugged through Pirates of the Galaxy because that's basically where the story is going to take place to start off from anyways. So I'll start there, but then once I get enough of a following, then I'll make it more of an independent thing. So that way people could follow that separately. But for now, everything will be plugged through Pirates of the Galaxy, and then I'll make an official broadcast or announcement in regards to that being an independent project.
That's very cool. Awesome. Congratulations on launching the channel. Sorry I missed that. Again, I'll drop all these things in the description tonight so people will get over there. So I got a lot going on. The only toy thing I've got going on too is that my boys and I were on vacation. We actually did another battle out. So of course I go on vacation and I bring a ton of toys with me. Like, of course, like my wife has 2 paddle boards and like oars, and I've got a tote full of action figures I'm bringing out there too, right? So we found this. It was this cabin. It was like in this gorgeously shaded woods, and there was lichen on the ground. And I brought a trowel, and we dug trenches and fighting positions. And like we actually played sort of my game with dice and stuff, but we did narrative in there. It was honestly like one of the most fun games that I've gotten to like take pictures of and play with them. And we were talking about it afterwards.
That's so cool.
And I'm really excited about it because like, we didn't just do the mechanics of the game. We play all the time together narratively or imaginatively, but we kind of combine those two really fluidly this time. And it was a ton of fun. I'm editing the video, so hopefully I'll be able to get that out this next week. This job has been sucking my soul. But yeah, that was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. So, hey, thank you all so much for jumping on here. I love being a part of this community. I love being in the chat with you guys. I love seeing all this talented work in your accounts. It's awesome. Anytime I want to just pull you guys in here and be able to showcase your stuff, like it's great and really fun to hang out with too. So thank you so much for being here. But honestly, I don't think I can cap this episode with this talented guest again. So I'm kind of done. I think this is the last stream. So you saw it here.